Get ready. Today, we are tackling one of the most challenging yet crucial parts of the IELTS exam, Academic Writing Task 1. While it might seem like a tough hill to climb, the right strategies can turn it into your greatest strength, okay? Forget the usual tips. This session is all about offering practical guidance, real examples, and a unique approach that will help you shine. So grab your pen because we are about to elevate your writing skills and turn this task into a stepping stone towards IELTS success. First of all, let's see the candidate's essay. The bar chart demonstrates the spending of time per week on specific activities by teenagers in the 6-year time period from 2002 to 2006, dividing categories into 7 groups: going to pubs, discos, watching television, shopping, doing homework, doing sport, watching DVDs, bowling. Starting with the most preferred activity among teenagers, watching television, bar perfectly shows that time spending on this activity raised 1/3 full times. DVD and going to pub discos became the most common activities. For unknown reasons, the popularity of DVDs increased from 2002 to 2004, but then sharply decreased the next few years. On the other hand, productive activities such as doing homework and engaging in specific sports steadily decreased. Moreover, visiting pubs and discos, shopping saw a notable decrease in 2007 compared to doing homework and sports that saw decrease at the same year, demonstrates the preference of youngsters. Bowling did not show any significant change since 2002. According to data, the bar chart shows that teenagers would like to spend more time on leisure activities such as TV, discos, shopping, and DVDs instead of productive activities. So let's see the mistakes. First of all, task achievement. The candidate provides an overview of the trends shown in the bar chart, mentioning key activities and changes over the years. However, the response lacks a clear and accurate summary of the main trends, such as specific changes in hours of each activity over the period. Some statements are vague or inaccurate, such as DVD and going to pub discos became the next most common activities. The statement doesn't provide clear data from the chart, okay? The summary needs more detail, including specific figures to illustrate the trends mentioned. Second one, coherence and cohesion. The candidate uses connectors like starting with, on the other hand, and moreover, which help to organize the response. However, the response lacks a clear structure, which inconsistent paragraphing and unclear separation of ideas. The progression of ideas could be improved by grouping similar activities together. For example, leisure activities in one section, productive activities in another. Transitions between ideas could be smoother with more use of linking phrases like in contrast, similarly, or overall. Third one, lexical resource. The vocabulary is generally appropriate for the topic, with words like productive activities, popularity, and notable decrease. However, the language is sometimes repetitive, with words like activities that used frequently. Phrasing is sometimes awkward, or time spending on this activity raise 1/3 full times. What does it mean? Okay, there is limited use of more advanced vocabulary or synonyms to describe trends, such as fluctuated, rose sharply, declined steadily, that we can use. And then 4, grammatical range and accuracy. The candidate uses some complex sentences and appropriate verb tenses, but there are grammatical errors such as bar perfectly shows that time spending on this activity raised 1/3 full times, which is unclear again and grammatically incorrect. Some sentences are incomplete or fragmented, making the response harder to understand. The essay would benefit from more varied sentence structures, including more complex clauses. So, in my opinion, estimated band score for this essay for task achievement 5.5, coherence and cohesion 5.5, lexical resource and grammatical range and accuracy as well 5.5, and overall it will be band 5.5. So, let's make it detailed. So, grammar, mistakes, and corrections. First of all, sentence fragment we have. Starting with the most preferred activity among teenagers, watching television bar perfectly shows that time spending on this activity raised one-third full times. Totally wrong. This sentence begins with a participle phrase starting with the most preferred activity. Okay, that is not properly connected to main clause, making it a fragment. It means separated things. So correction of it is the most preferred activity among teenagers is watching television. As the bar chart shows, a one-third increase in time spent on this activity over the period, we can say. Sometimes, as you notice that I am using present simple and past tense because the bar chart is in past actually, but to make it clear, sometimes I will use present simple, so never focus on it. The word order and structure is the second problem here. For example, bar perfectly shows that time spending on this activity raised one-third full times, okay? But the phrase time spending on this activity is awkward and incorrect. The phrase should be time spent on this activity. Also, raised one-third full times is grammatically incorrect and unclear. Okay, the bar chart shows a threefold increase. Okay, or ninefold increase would be better. And the bar chart clearly shows, as correction, the bar chart clearly shows that time spent on this activity increased by one-third as well, we can say. Third mistake, plural noun agreement. Okay, DVD and going to pub discos became the next most common activities. Explanation, DVD should be pluralized to match activities. So correction would be matching DVDs and watching DVDs and going to pubs and discos became the next most common activities. Will be better. So missing article would be the fourth problem, I think. So what is the mistake here? For unknown reasons, popularity of DVD increased. Huh? It's totally unclear, as you can see. So explanation of it, the article the is missing before popularity. So how to correct? For unknown reasons, the popularity of DVDs increased. Okay, so incorrect verb tense. It is the fifth error here. On the other hand, productive activities such as doing homework and engaging in specific sport steadily decrease. It's wrong. The use of the past tense decreased is correct, but it could be clearer by adding a time frame to indicate when this decrease occurred, okay? On the other hand, productive activities such as doing homework and engaging in specific sports steadily decrease over the period. It will be better. Sixth mistake. Moreover, visiting pubs and discos, shopping saw a notable decrease in 2007. The phrase, moreover, visiting pubs and discos shopping is confusing and incorrectly connects different ideas. Okay, guys? So, moreover, time spent on visiting pubs, discos, and shopping saw a notable decrease in 2007. Okay, it will be the correction. Seventh mistake, missing preposition. So what is our mistake? Compared to doing homework and sports that saw decrease at the same year, demonstrates the preference of youngsters. How many sentences you have? The preposition in is missing before the same year. Additionally, the sentence structure is confusing and lacks coherence. Okay, so how to correct? Let me guess. Okay, compared to doing homework and sports, which also saw a decrease in the same year, this trend demonstrates the changing preference of teenagers. So, eighth mistake. Bowling did not show any significant change since 2002. Bowling cannot show any change. This is the first mistake here. The use of since 2002 is incorrect as well. With the past simple tense, did not show. You need to say. The correct form is the present perfect tense to indicate the time spent up to now if you had to use perfect tense, or directly without since, you need to use a time span with past simple. Okay, so bowling has not shown any significant change since 2002, or between 2002 and the last time. Okay, bowling or the preference of students uh, towards bowling did not show any significant change, you can say. Lack of consistency in data description is the ninth mistake. According to data, the bar chart shows that teenagers would like to spend more time on leisure activities such as TV, discos, shopping, and DVDs instead of productive activities. But the phrase would like to spend is inaccurate as the bar chart indicates actual behavior, not preference. Okay? So, correction would be, according to the bar chart, or according to data, the bar chart shows that teenagers spend more time on leisure activities, such as watching TV, going to discos, shopping, and watching DVDs than productive activities. Okay? So, let's summarize all the common grammatical mistakes here. First of all, sentence fragments. Ensure, participate, phrases connect to main clauses, use natural word sequences and appropriate phrases, be sure plural nouns match other plural words in the sentence, and of course include definite articles where needed, use appropriate tenses, especially when referring to time spans, and use correct prepositions for clarity, and finally use consistent and accurate verbs when describing data. Let's see the student's answer. The bar chart illustrates the number of hours per week that teenagers in Chester spent on 7 different activities from 2002 to 2007. The activities include going to pubs, discos, watching television, shopping, doing homework, doing sports, watching DVDs, and bowling. Watching television was consistently the most popular activity among teenagers, increasing steadily from 25 hours per week in 2002 to about 35 hours by 2007. In contrast, watching DVDs showed a fluctuating trend, rising from around 10 hours in 2002 to a peak of around 18 hours in 2004, before declining sharply in the following years. In terms of social activities, going to pubs and discos and shopping initially maintained moderate popularity with around 7 hours per week in 2002. However, by 2007, the time spent on these activities had decreased significantly. Meanwhile, productive activities like doing homework and participating in sports saw a gradual decline over the period, with sports dropping from 10 hours to nearly 6 hours per week and homework falling from nearly 12 hours to approximately 5 hours. Bowling remained the least popular activity throughout the period, with only slight variations around the 5-hour mark each year. Overall, the data shows that teenagers preferred leisure activities like watching television and shopping, while participation in productive activities such as doing homework and sports decreased over time. So, let's see band 8, band 9 example. Okay, so the bar chart compares the number of hours per week that teenagers in Chester spent on 7 different activities from 2002 to 2007. The activities include going to pubs, discos, watching television, shopping, doing homework, playing sports, watching DVDs, and bowling. Overall, watching television was the most popular activity throughout the period, with a steady increase from approximately 25 hours per week in 2002 to 37 hours in 2007. Similarly, shopping initially showed high engagement, with around 7 hours in 2002 increased to around 12 hours in 2004, before gradually increasing to 15 hours by 2007. In contrast, watching DVDs rose from around 10 hours in 2002 to a peak of nearly 18 hours in 2004, but then sharply fell to 15 hours by 2007. On the other hand, participation in more productive activities such as doing homework and engaging in sports declined over the period. The time spent on doing homework dropped from around 12 hours in 2002 to just nearly 7 hours in 2007, while sports decreased from 10 hours to almost 3 hours. Additionally, time spent going to pub discos rose gradually from nearly 7 hours to about 18 hours by 2007. Bowling remained the least popular activity throughout the 6-year period, with only minor fluctuations around the 5-hour mark. So, in summary, the bar chart indicates a preference among teenagers in Chester for leisure activities like watching television, while time spent on productive activities such as homework and sports steadily declined over the years. So, overall, if you have made it this far, you are in for a treat, okay? It's time to dive into a real magic of essay comparisons. The first essay, crafted by a candidate, had a solid structure but fell short due to repetitive language, which impacted the overall score. In the second essay, we made improvements, aiming for a score between 8.5, around 8. And finally, we examined the top tier version that could score between 8.59, mostly around 8.5. This final essay didn't just use more advanced vocabulary, it was engaging, fluid, and free from repetition. However, in the final draft, we've used a lot of numbers and data that is actually not good for IELTS Academic. Okay, so how do you reach that top band score? It's all about diversifying your vocabulary, supporting your points with relatable facts, and swapping repetitive words for synonyms. This approach can make a noticeable difference in your overall score. Thanks for sticking with us. So, we are committed to bringing you a fresh essay and detailed evaluation every day. So, make sure to follow, and drop your questions in the comments below. So, we would like to hear from you guys. See you.